Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Rashid Safi bin Muqtahi. I am a group leader for our OOP project. So today we will explain to you guys about our project, which is library software. But before that, let me introduce our team members first. So firstly, we have Syamil Haikal, Muhammad Syamil Zuhairi, and lastly Ahmad Nur Farizul. Okay, let's move on to the next part, which is class and object. So as you can see on this picture, which is line 12, public class library software implement library system. This is our class and object. Okay, now for the next part, data members. So as you can see, there is three data members, which is private string title, private string boolean, and lastly private boolean out available. Okay, now let's move on to the next part, which is method members. So as you can see on line 21, there is method members, which is public void start library system. Okay, now for the next part, which is access modifier. So as you can see, there is we put two picture on line 13 and line 21. For line 13, private user login user. For line 21, public void start library system. Okay, now for the next part, I will pass to Ahmad Farizul.
Hello, moving on my part, accessor and mutator. As you can see, accessor and mutator is public string get library card number, public string get name, public string get email, and the last public string get password. So next part, class inheritance. As you can see, line 12, public class library software implement library system. Next part, method overriding. As you can see, is line 20, public void start library system. That is overriding. And the last, for my part, is polymorphism. As you can see, interface library system, library software class, and public void start library system. I will pass this presentation for Shamil.
Thank you, Farizul, to pass it over me. So today, my name is Muhammad Shamil Zohari. We'll be showing the two-stream method. So we have got two images here, which are left side and the right side. We started the two-stream method from line 36 until line 44. And the next one, we started from line 52 until 60. So we proceed to the next one. We got abstract and interface. We have the interface on the line 7, which is the interface library system. We continue by the exception handling. We're using the method in the line 119, catch and input mismatch exception. We proceed. So here's the file and output. We have given the image. Demonstration will be held to Muhammad Syami.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Syahmi Haikal. Saya daripada grup LO4BO1, Object Oriented Programming. So today I will be demonstrating on how our application, which is called library software, works. When you run the code, you will be greeted by enter your library card number, which is a login kind of type of features. But since our application does not use database and whatsoever, we already specify the user login, card number, and the password inside the coding. So the library card number that we specify is admin and admin. After successful logging into the code to the application, to the software, you will be greeted by library menu. It consists of 6 different items, which is list available books for number 1, number 2 borrow a book, number 3 return a book, number 4 add a book, number 5 remove a book, and lastly exit. So for number 1, when you enter number 1, you will be greeted with several books that have already been stored in the coding, which is Java programming discrete math, and anti-rasuah. Moving on to number 2, which is borrow a book. So you press number 2, and then it will say enter the title of the book that you want to borrow. So for example, I will choose Java programming. After you enter the book that you want to borrow, the application will specify that the book is borrowed successfully. When we take a look back at number 1, which is list, you can see that in the list it only has discrete math and anti-rasuah books because Java programming has already been borrowed. Moving on to number 3, which is return a book. If we when we want to return the book, we just need to enter the title of the book that we have already borrowed, which is Java programming just now, and then the application will say book returned successfully. For number 4, add a book. So in this coding, will prompt you to put two things in the you need to input two things, which is the title of the book that you want to borrow, which is, for example, I will say Etika Penghayatan, and the author of the book is Syahmi. So the application will say the book is already successfully added. When we take a look at list back, we can see that there is another book that have already been updated, which is Etika Penghayatan by Syahmi. When moving on to number 5, which is remove a book. So for example, I want to remove Java programming. It will say book removed successfully, and if we look back at list available books, you can see that there is no Java programming here, and only discrete math, anti-rasuah, and Etika Penghayatan. And lastly, exit. Exiting the library system. Goodbye. I think that's all for our application, which is library software. Terima kasih.